ICF, International Classification of Functioning, Disability and Health, originally known as ICIDH, came into use in 1980. This classification deals with categorization and assessment of health and its related conditions. It does not delimit itself to disability and disorders, but can also be applied to assess the health state of normal, healthy individuals. Hence, it can be used universally. ICF takes into account specific factors like body functions, body structures, activities involved, participation abilities, external factors like environment, personal attitude, etc. in assessing the health state of an individual. When we assess the health state of an individual, the contextual factors are as important as the physiological and anatomical factors. These factors may aid or hinder the underlying disability. Contextual factors in ICF constitute of two parts: environmental and personal factors. These have an important role and provide us with a classification model which also gives us information on the factors which facilitate or hinder the functioning of an individual. Even though personal factors are not separately classified in ICF, they are a part of the contextual factors and can be incorporated by the user in the classification. By using proper coding and qualifiers, ICF is able to provide us a complete picture on the health state of an individual. It gives us information on the current state, facilitators or barriers, and many more factors which is helpful in assessing and improving the person's functionality. The physical, social and attitudinal factors in the living environment of an individual fall under this component of the ICF. This component can either be a facilitator or barrier to the functionality of an individual. It is thus coded accordingly. The second qualifier for more detailed assessment is yet to be developed by WHO. The subsections of the environmental factors are outlined below. This chapter covers the natural or man-made products, systems, equipment and technical systems that form a part of the functionality of an individual. E110 products or substances for personal consumption, E115 products and technology for personal use in daily living, E120 products or technology for personal indoor and outdoor mobility and transportation, E125 products and technology for communication, E130 products and technology for education, E135 products and technology for employment, E140 products and technology for culture, recreation and sports, E145 products and technology for the practice of religion and spirituality, E150 design, construction and building products and technology of buildings for public use, E155 design, construction and building products and technology of buildings for private use, E160 products and technology of land development, E165 assets, E198 products and technology others specified, E199 products and technology unspecified. This chapter covers the living and non-living components, elements of the environment either natural or modified by people. It also deals with the characteristics of the people within the environment. E210 Physical Geography, E215 Population, E220 Flora and Fauna, E225 Climate, E230 Natural Events, E235 Human Caused Events, E240 Light, E245 Time Related Changes, E250 Sound, E255 Vibration, E260 Air Quality, E298 Natural Environment and Human Made Changes to Environment, others specified, E299 Natural Environment and Human Made Changes to Environment, unspecified. This chapter deals with the physical and emotional support provided to the affected individual by the surrounding elements, human and animals. The support can be physical, emotional, protective, assistive, nurturing in different aspects of daily life. This chapter does not cover the attitudinal aspect of support provided. E310 Immediate Family, E315 Extended Family, E320 Friends, E325 Acquaintances, Peers, Colleagues, Neighbors and Community Members, E330 People in Positions of Authority, E335 People in Subordinate Positions, E340 Personal Care Providers and Personal Assistants, E345 Strangers, E350 Domesticated Animals, E355 Health Professionals, E360 Health Related Professionals, E398 Support and Relationships, others specified, E399 Support and Relationships, unspecified. This chapter deals with the attitudinal aspects that are consequences of customs, ideologies, values, norms, practices, beliefs. This has a prominent influence on the behavior and social life of the individual involved and the people surrounding him. As values and beliefs are driving forces behind attitudes, they form a part of this section and are not coded separately. E410 Individual Attitudes of Immediate Family Members, E415 Individual Attitudes of Extended Family Members, E420 Individual Attitudes of Friends, E425 Individual Attitudes of Acquaintances, Peers, Colleagues, Neighbors and Community Members, E430 Individual Attitudes of People in Positions of Authority, E435 Individual Attitudes of People in Subordinate Positions, E440 Individual Attitudes of Personal Care Providers and Personal Assistants, E445 Individual Attitudes of Strangers, E450 Individual Attitudes of Health Professionals, E455 Individual Attitudes of Health Related Professionals, E460 Societal Attitudes, E465 Social Norms, Practices and Ideologies, E498 Attitudes, others specified, E499 Attitudes, unspecified. This chapter deals with three main aspects. 1. Services designed to benefit and meet the needs of the individual. These may be public, private or voluntary service established at local community, regional, state, provincial, national or international level by individuals, associations, organizations, agencies or governments. The service provided may be either general or adapted, that is custom made. 2. Systems designed to monitor the above services. These are administrative and organizational directs or controls established by governments or other authorities at local, regional, state, national and international levels. 3. Policies designed to monitor the above systems. These are rules, regulations and standards designed by governments or other authorities at local, regional, state, national and international levels to govern and regulate the designated systems. E510 Services, Systems and Policies for the Production of Consumer Goods. E515 Architecture and Construction Services, Systems and Policies. E520 Open Space Planning Services, Systems and Policies. E525 Housing Services, Systems and Policies. E530 Utilities Services, Systems and Policies. E535 Communication Services, Systems and Policies. E540 Transportation Services, Systems and Policies. E545 Civil Protection Services, Systems and Policies. E550 Legal Services, Systems and Policies. E555 Associations and Organizational Services, Systems and Policies. E560 Media Services, Systems and Policies. E565 Economic Services, Systems and Policies. E570 Social Security Services, Systems and Policies. E575 General Social Support Services, Systems and Policies. E580 Health Services, Systems and Policies. E585 Education and Training Services, Systems and Policies. E590 Labor and Employment Services, Systems and Policies. E595 Political Services, Systems and Policies. E598 Services, Systems and Policies, others specified. E599 Services, Systems and Policies unspecified. ICF is used for coding various health and its conditions. The specific abbreviations used in classification are as below. ICF comprises of two sections. Section 1 Body Functions, which is denoted by B, and Body Structures, which is denoted by S. Activities and Participation, which is denoted by D. Section 2 Environmental Factors, denoted by E. Personal Factors, currently not classified in ICF and forms a part of environmental factors. The specific letters are followed by numeric codes. The numeric codes start with 1 digit chapter, 2 digits second level, 1 digit third level and 1 digit fourth level. These codes are at the user's discretion and need. These may be independent or interrelated. Thus, the codes provide an overview of the current health state of an individual. Each ICF component is organized into relevant chapters encasing a common or specific category. For example, in body functions, Chapter 2 deals with all sensory functions. The chapters are in turn divided into blocks of categories. These are provided for the convenience of the user and usually not used in coding purposes. For example, in chapter 2, there are 4 blocks: seeing and related functions B210 to B229, hearing and vestibular functions B230 to B249, additional sensory functions B250 to B279, pain B280 to B289. Within each chapter, there are individual second, third or fourth level categories with standard definitions, inclusions, exclusions to help in selection of specific codes. Also, ICF provides scope for classification of health states, conditions which cannot be included in any specific categories. Unspecified category at the end of each block constitutes those health states or conditions which fit into a category but have insufficient information to allow inclusion into a more specific category. ICF codes make use of qualifiers for obtaining an inherent meaning. Qualifiers provide information on the magnitude and severity of the health problem. The different qualifiers for each ICF component are: first, qualifiers for body functions and structures; performance and capacity qualifiers for activities and participation; first, qualifiers for environmental and personal factors. All components are measured using the same generic scale. Percentages are provided to quantify the impairment, performance problem, capacity limitations and environmental facilitators or barriers. In case of environmental factors, the first qualifiers can either be facilitators, that is positive impact, or barrier, that is negative impact. Thus, in case of facilitators, the point used in the above gradation is replaced by plus, that is x plus 0, x plus 1 and so on. Like any other classification, ICF adheres to standard rules for accurate coding and appropriate use in various sectors. Selection of codes for forming an individual's health profile should be based on the purpose for which it is needed. Coding should always be done in context to a health condition. Also, only information relevant to the specified time frame must be coded. During the coding process, the user should not form an assumption about the interrelationship between body functions or structures, activity limitations or participation restrictions. The codes assigned to assess the health condition or state must be as specific as possible. In case of environmental component, the coding are to be done by using 3 different approaches: stand-alone without relating to body activities and participation component, in relation with each and every component, that is in relation to body functions, body structures, activities and participation, specific coding for capacity and performance qualifiers in the activities and participation component, the brief coding of each ICF component using specific qualifiers is outlined as below. Body functions BXXX, first qualifier, extent of impairment. For example, B7304, power of muscles of all limbs. On observing impairment, the below scaling can be applied. B7304.0, no impairment in power of muscles of all limbs. B7304.1, mild impairment of power of muscles of all limbs, that is 5 to 24%. B7304.2, moderate impairment of power of muscles of all limbs, that is 25 to 49%. B7304.3, severe impairment of power of muscles of all limbs, that is 50 to 95%. B7304.4, complete impairment of power of muscles of all limbs, that is 96 to 100%. B7304.8, impairment of power of muscles of all limbs not specified. Body structure SXXX, first, second, third qualifiers. Extent, nature, location of impairment. Activities and participation DXXX, first, second qualifiers. Performance, capacity without assistance. Optional qualifiers can be used to assess the performance and capacity of the individual in relation to the assistance available. DXXX, first, second, third, fourth qualifiers. Performance, capacity without assistance, capacity with assistance, performance without assistance. The generic scale is used for assessing the performance and capacity qualifiers. As each of the qualifiers convey different information, either one of the qualifiers or both are used in assessment. If one is used, the unused qualifier must be left blank and should not be filled with 0.8 or 0.9. For example, D4601, moving around within buildings other than home. For performance qualifier, this domain refers to commuting in buildings other than one's home. If due to some reasons the individual requires assisted support like a cane and finds the flooring of the building slippery, this can be coded as -D4601.3. Moderate restriction in performance of moving around within buildings other than home. For capacity qualifier, this domain refers to commuting in buildings other than one's home without assistance. Thus, if the capacity of the above individual is to be assessed, it can be coded as D4601._3, severe capacity limitation restriction in moving around within buildings other than home. Environmental factors EXXX, first qualifier, barrier, or EXXX plus, first qualifier, facilitator. The appropriate and accurate use is very crucial in ICF application. ICF can serve as indicators to assess consumer, patient outcomes and assess patient base on an international level. It can contribute in the formulation of health policies, promote equality among all individuals irrespective of their health state, and also delimit the discrimination of disabled in the society. Even though ICF aims in fulfilling the above norms, still many developments and improvisations are needed. To meet the needs of different users at varying levels of use, ICF will be accessible in multiple formats and versions. The two parts and its ICF component will be presented in two versions. One, first version provides detailed classification of all components and allows 9,999 categories per component. 2. Second is the concise version which provides two-level classification for each component and domain. In order to meet specific requirements like clinical outcome, research, specific version will be presented. Clinical use version. This version will be based on ICF use in different fields of clinical application, for example occupational therapy, and in specific disciplines, for example rehabilitation. Research version. This version will aid in providing precise classification to assess the health condition and meet specific research needs. who has made ample efforts for universal and easy use of ICF. The possible future developments and applications may be as below. Promote ICF use at country level and develop national databases. Platform for comparing data at international level. Contribute in eligibility of social benefits like aids, pensions for the required individuals. Study the third-party disability aspect effect of disability of an individual on their family members. Incorporate personal factors as a part of ICF classification. Development of operational definitions for research purposes. Linking quality of life and subjective well-being concept. Enhancing use in scientific studies in order to establish a comparison between different health states or conditions. Enhanced research on contextual factors. ICF measures and assesses the specific disability or health condition of an individual. It takes into consideration all aspects needed for assessment, that is body component, activity or participation component and the external component. Environment, both standard and current environment. Environment and its related factors play a very important role in the functioning of an individual. ICF can be a useful tool in scientific, clinical, administrative and social perspective. It serves as a statistical tool for collecting and recording data, as a research tool to analyze outcomes, as a clinical tool for developing an improved treatment plan based on clinical results or outcomes, as a social tool for designing and implementing related policies and regulations, and finally as an educational tool to design study programs and create social awareness focusing on disability and its notations. This ICF aims in defining, measuring and assessing health states or conditions irrespective of the underlying disability or impairment. It does not segregate and discriminate the disabled as a separate group, in turn providing equal opportunity related to normal people. As ICF classification is so diverse and has a universal use, the guidelines for accurate and ethical use must be followed. Who has developed the required guidelines for ethical, medical and social use of ICF? The person or persons or organization or organizations making use of ICF for various purposes must make sure to adhere to these guidelines, and also appropriate training programs must be conducted for accurate use.